Bismillah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to tell a story about Rasulullah Hijrah. But first, let's pray and thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who gave us verses and blessing. So we can attend and gather in this occasion with good condition and appreciation. Secondly, may peace and salutation will always be given to our Prophet Muhammad was guided us from the darkness to the brightness to the jailer to the hero. I don't forget to say thank you for my teacher who has given me time to record. Now, let's just get into it. So, in Makkah, the Quraysh chief gathered in secret, and they had only one plan to kill Muhammad before his message spread any further. But that night, as they surrounded his home, Allah blinded their eyes. The Prophet walked past them, reciting the verse, and he put before them a barrier, and behind them a barrier, and covered them so they do not see. Inside, his cousin Ali lay on the Prophet's bed, risking his life to protect him, with Abu Bakr as his companion. The journey of the migration began. They fled south northwest to hide in the Cave of Thawr. Quraysh trackers reached the very mouth of the cave. Abu Bakr trembled, whispering, "If one of them looks down, they will see us." And then the Prophet said, calm and firm, "Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us." And Allah's protection came. Spiders spun webs, birds nested, and the enemies turned back. For 3 nights they stayed hidden. Abu Bakr's son brought news. His servant raised tracks, and Asma, bint Abu Bakr, carried food. Once Abu Jahl slapped her when she refused to reveal the hiding place, yet her resolve never broke. When the path cleared, they continued their migration toward Yathrib, later called Madinah. On the way, they stopped at the tent of Umm Ma, a Bedouin woman known for her generosity. But her animals were weak and barren. The Prophet asked about a goat. She said, "It is too weak and there is no milk." He placed his blessing hand on it, mentioned the name of Allah, and milk began to flow. They all drank until satisfied. Mabed later described him with the word so vivid, they become so famous in the book of Sirah. He was bright faced with beautiful features, neither too tall nor too short. His speech was sweet, and his presence was majestic. The danger was never so far. Quraysh had offered a bounty of 100 camels for capturing Muhammad. A skilled rider, Suraqah ibn Malik, set up in pursuit. His horse galloped across the desert sand, yet suddenly its leg sank deep, throwing him off balance. Suraqah knew this was no ordinary escape. He begged for safety, and the Prophet granted it. Not only that, but he promised one day you will wear the bracelets of the King Persia. Years later, when Islam spread, this prophecy came true. Step by step, through scorching heat and endless dunes, the journey continued, and finally, news reached Medina. The Prophet is coming. Men and women and children rushed out, singing joyfully. The Hijrah was not just a migration, it was a dawn of the new civilization built on faith, sacrifice, and brotherhood. Now, this is one of the best story that I've ever heard, and it's inshallah authentic because I've read from a few. It was said in the Quran, said by Prophet Muhammad to Abu Bakr in the cave. It was said It was also said in the hadith Sahih al-Bukhari, the book of Hijrah of the Companion, and many more. But the quotation is Surah Yasin 30, Ayah 35. Allah blocked Quraysh from seeing the Prophet. And then in Surah At-Tawbah, verse 9, then the Prophet said to Abu Bakr in the cave, "Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us." And then the sirah narration is from Ibn Ishaq, Ibn Hisham, and Al-Tabari, etc. The Prophet and Abu Bakr is hiding in the cave of Thawr for 3 nights, and Abu Bakr is blocking holes in the cave and being bitten. Abdullah ibn Abu Bakr bringing intelligence. Amir ibn Fuhaira erasing tracks. Asma bint Abu Bakr is being slapped by Abu Jahl. Quraysh reaching the cave entrance but failing to see them. The story of Umm Ma and the miraculous milk. Suraqah ibn Malik pursuing them, and his horse stumbling and him requesting a treaty of peace. And yeah, this is the reference is from Sahih al-Bukhari, volume 5, book 58, hadith 259, mentions Abu Bakr fear in the cave and the Prophet reassurance. So the event and the key quotes are authentic and sourced, the extra dialogues. Now, I want I just want to say, maybe it is all for me. Sorry for every mistake. Classified from how to this. Now, just want to say thank you. So, overall, all this is authentic. I just want to say thank you. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.